Hey traders, trading like it's hot, it's possible, and I'm here to show you how I do it. You ready? Let's get started.
Hey, good morning, you guys. So it is currently 8:22. Today we're going to go over trades that I've placed. The first thing I want to begin by saying is the more consistent you are, the more you wake up every day and you just show up for yourself, the easier it can get. Not saying that it's going to be just easy every time. You'll start to see improvements in your execution, right? Or you'll start to see consistency in your profits. Profits is profits. I just want to make that clear. Small profits, big profits, still profits, right? Okay. So with that being said, let's just go ahead and get into it. I'm very excited to be putting this video out for you guys today. So the first thing we're going to do, start off with a top-down analysis and see how on Monday the market had a strong pullback and we've been bullish ever since, right? So since this week has kicked off, we've been bullish. So then let's just go to our daily. The daily, it's pretty much the same idea, right? So we'll drop down to our 4 hour now. And on our 4 hour, we're just going to zoom in here. We can see that from September 9th, which was Monday, till now, the market has sort of been ranging, right? It hasn't really broken out of this area here and this area here, right? We haven't really broken out of that. We may break out of that today based off of how the market is pushing right now. I am in a market for buys today. So we are currently up. Definitely we're blue or green, depending on what broker you're trading on. So let's just drop down to our lower time frame because this is where I found my positions. This is where I took my positions. This is how I found my entries, my triggers. And once I seen the opportunity, I just took it. It's nothing to it at that point but to do it, right? I did mark it up. I got in for sales. So this was at pretty much opening bell, 9 a.m. You guys could see I basically marked up this range, right? And I was like, okay, sellers haven't been able to break below this, right? Price has not broken and closed below this zone. Same thing here. Sellers pushed up, tapped here, pushed all the way down, and you can see that sellers still could not close and break below this zone. So that was an indication from the start that price still wants to push up. This is yesterday's trade that I made. For lower time frames, I'm just going to explain why I entered the trade that I entered, right? As you can see, we still have our range here, right? I see that at opening, the market decided that it wanted to buy. This was 8:30, and this was 9, right? So at opening bell, ultimately the market was buying. Seeing that the market came up here in this area and it swept this liquidity here and then it closed back into the range. And I was like, oh, well, obviously that is a big indication that price wants to sell, right? This is an amazing play. That was the best entry, the best price point that you could have gotten in the market at to catch this entire move here, right? Um, and then, you know, and I use the top of my range as my ceiling and the bottom of my range as my floor. So when you look at the market this way, and you simplify it as much as possible, you'll realize that, like I said, patience pays, but ultimately disciplining yourself and showing up every day and simplifying it the best way you can is what's going to help you be successful and profitable. There's no day that you should wake up and decide to chase price. Let price come to you. Let the market show you what it wants to do, right? Pretty simple. Like I said, some days it's going to be so easy, and other days you're literally just going to have to sit on your hands and wait until the market tells you what it wants to do, or it gives you that trigger that says go. So, like I said, for example, when the market opened up here at 9 a.m., I did not get in that trade. Lord knows when I see price pushing up, I'm like, oh my God, I want to get in this trade so bad. But something was like, no, just wait. Like something told me to wait, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to see how this next candle reacts. And sure enough, the next candle closed bearish. It pushed above the previous high and closed below the previous low. And I was like, you know what? For that, we're gonna sell. So that's what I did. And ultimately the market sold off. As you can see, that was from 9:30 all the way until 11:30, right? And like I said, I pretty much just was like, okay, this is the range that the market gave us. So this is the range that I'm going to trade. Now, when it reached and tapped into this area, Lord knows, once again, I wanted to hold it. I was wholeheartedly about to psych myself out that the market was going to continue to sell. And once again, I heard, no, close your trade. Follow your rules. Follow the plan. It is very important that you do those type of things because let's just say if I wouldn't have followed my plan and wouldn't have went with my first mind, I would have really been it could have went really bad and I could have given all my money back because this was literally where I said, okay, price tapped into this zone. This is where I'm going to take my profit because this is where heavy, heavy bullish momentum came in previously, right? So this is ideally where I would want to take my profit. And that's exactly what the market did because everyone is thinking the same way. In the market, no matter how you look at it, long term, the market movement patterns, right? You just have to show up every day and see that these things are taking place in the market. Find the patterns and get in on the trend, right? Then our next upload will be part 2 using the GAN box, measuring your swings, and then we'll go ahead and break out with some other things, right? Some other strategy that you guys use on your trading journey. That's it for this video today, guys. And in the meantime, in between time, stay blessed.